Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video, welcome to our new video. Disclaimer, none of the events mentioned are true. No idol is being harmed in the video, and in my video any ad doesn't have any other negative role. It is a pure fictional story that is the author imagination, so don't take it to heart. It's a pure fictional story. Don't forget to comment, like and share. Let's start the video. JK didn't answer. He only stared at the baby, his thumb brushing over the tiny cheek. Then, in a voice low but laced with steel, he said, "I will protect this child. I will give them everything. But you don't belong here anymore." The words hit her harder than any slap could. The fragile hope she had built crumbled completely. Her arms tightened around the baby, as if shielding the little one from his words, from the cruelty of a father's mistrust. "Jacob, please," she begged, her voice breaking. "Don't do this. I have carried this child with love. He dreams of us being a family. Don't take that away from me." His gaze finally met hers, but there was no warmth in it. "I told you what would happen. After the birth, you leave. You should be thankful I am letting you go without destroying you completely. The baby stays with me. They will never know your betrayal." Minnie's words shattered in that instant. She shook her head desperately, clutching the baby closer, tears streaming down her face. "No, please, no. Don't take my baby, please, JK. I beg you. I have done nothing wrong. This child needs their mother." But her pleas fell on deaf ears. His anger had blinded him completely, poising him against the truth. The staff moved gently, trying to take the baby from her trembling arms. He fought her cries echoing through the room. "No, please. You can't do this, my baby." Her screams were raw, filled with the anguish of a mother being burned from her child. The baby's cry filled the air too, small but piercing, as if they understood the pain of being separated. His arm reached out helplessly as the child was taken away, her body collapsing onto the hospital bed in devastation. JK stood firm, cradling the baby in his arms. His expression quivered without sparing her another glance. He turned and walked out, leaving her empty and cold. When she was discharged days later, she had nothing. No baby in her arms, no husband to lean on, no home to return to. The mansion doors that had once opened for her now closed with finality. She stood outside, staring at the grand gates as the tears blurred her vision. The guards wouldn't let her in. Her belongings had been packed into a small suitcase and left at her feet. like she was nothing more than a discarded stranger. She walked away with trembling steps, the sound of her baby's cries haunting her with every step. The emptiness in her arms felt unbearable, a constant reminder of what had been stolen from her. The streets felt colder, the world harsher. She was homeless, alone, stripped of everything except her aching heart and her silent love for the child that she could no longer hold. Nights became the coolest. Miinnie world curled up on a small bed in a cheap rented room, pressed her hands against her chest, as if holding the memory of her baby there. Tears would flow endlessly as she whispered into the darkness, "Mama misses you. Mama loves you. I will come back for you one day, I promise." Her arms ached with emptiness, her body still instinctively waking to the phantom cries of her child. But each morning she forced herself to rise, to keep going. She found small jobs to survive, washing dishes in a cafe, cleaning rooms in a hostel, anything that would give her enough to pay for food and shelter. Her delicate hands, once adored with wedding rings and touched by luxury, now grew rough from hard work. But she didn't complain. Every bruise, every blister was endured with the thought that one day she would rebuild herself strong enough to stand tall. In quiet moments, she would close her eyes and imagine her baby's face, the softness of their skin, the way their fingers had curled around hers the first moment. The memory was both her greatest comfort and her deepest pain. She carried it like a hidden treasure, a reminder of the bond that even JK could not erase. He stopped asking why. She stopped begging fate of her answer. Instead, she began to rebuild herself silently, place by fragile piece. She breathed her pain deep in her and wore her resilience like armor. The world no longer saw her as the invalid bride of a powerful businessman. She was just another woman struggling to survive. But inside, she carried the hurt of a mother who refused to forget, who refused to give up. Her nights were filled with silent tears, but her days were fueled by determination. She would live, she would endure, she would rise again, for one day, when the time was right, she hoped to return for her child. Until then, she carried the emptiness of her arms with quiet dignity, her love burning silently in the shadows. The days lament in the view quieted. The surprise evenings, the baby filled the air. JK carried the child often, his heart softening whenever those small fingers wrapped around his hand. He provided everything, expensive clothes, a plus crib, a team of nannies. Yet, no matter how much he gave, something gnawed at him, a hollow emptiness that refused to fade. The baby's innocent eyes mirrored his, and each time he looked into them, he felt a sting of guilt he couldn't explain. He convinced himself he had done the right thing, but casting Miinnie out unnecessarily. That it was good for him and the baby, that everything they had done was right. And with each passing day, with each passing time, the silence, the quietness in the mansion are growing unreal. It was Taiji who finally broke. One evening, JK returned home to find the man waiting for him, leaning against the gate. His expression was calm, but his eyes burned with restrained fury. "We need to talk," Taiji said, his voice steady. JK's first instinct was anger. How dare this man show his face again? But something in Taiji's tone made him pause. Inside the study, Taiji placed a folder on the desk. Photographs spilled out, unedited ones. They showed Miinnie in the park, holding her baby, smiling softly as Taiji handed her water, sitting on a bench as he stood at a distance. Every image screamed innocence, not betrayal, grief. Taiji said, "What are the originals? But your ex showed you were separated. Miinnie never betrayed you. She was lonely. She was craving companionship. But she never crossed a line. She only ever loved you." JK's blood ran cold. He picked up the photographs with trembling hands, his mind spinning. The memory of Miinnie's tears, streaked face, flashed before him. Her pleas, her desperate words, her cries, as he tore the baby from her arms. Guilt slammed into him like a tidal wave. His knees weakened as realization sank in. He had destroyed her life, her trust, all of her life. For the first time in years, tears filled his eyes. "What have I done?" he whispered, his voice breaking. Taiji's gaze softened, though anger still lingered. "You have broken her in ways you can't imagine. And now she is out here alone, rebuilding herself from the ashes you left her in. If you love her, if you truly care, you will find her and beg for her forgiveness. Not for your sake, but for hers." After Taiji left, JK sat in the dimly lit study, the baby sleeping in a crib beside him, his cheeks etched, his chest etched, his throat tightened. He reached out and stroked his child's cheeks, whispering, "Your mama, I hurt her. I ruined everything." For the first time, the walls he had built around his heart cracked, and regret flooded in, suffocating him. Days turned into nights, where J.K. wandered the halls like a prisoner. He replayed every moment. Miinnie smiled at their wedding, her hopeful eyes, when she told him about the pregnancy, the way she cried for him to listen. His cruelty haunted him. The mansion, no matter how grand, felt like a cold prison without her presence. Even the baby's laughter could not fill the void. He missed her terribly. Her soft voice, her warmth, gentleness she carried in every gesture. Regret became his constant companion, chaining him tighter than any iron bar. He missed her terribly. Her soft voice, her warmth, the gentleness she carried in every gesture. Regret became the constant companion, chaining him tighter than any iron bar. At last, he could bear it no longer. He ordered his men to find her. For weeks, he searched through records, through whispers of people who had seen a young woman working tirelessly in cafes and hostels. His heart rose with every lead, terrified she would vanish before he reached her. Then one raining evening, he finally saw her. She was weaning a small baby, her hair damp from the diesel, her hand carrying bags of supplies. Her once delicate figure was thinner, her skin paler, her eyes holding a quiet strength that started. She looked older, not by age, but by the weight of suffering. She looked like a woman who had carried too much pain and survived. His voice cracked as he called her name. She froze, the bag slipping from her hand, her heart lurching at the sound she once longed for, but now dreaded. Slowly she turned, their eyes met, his filled with desperation, hers with guarded pain. She didn't speak. She only bent, picked up the fallen bags. For a moment's claim, calm, detached. He rushed forward, taking them from her trembling hands. Please, let me help. You have done enough, she said quietly, her tone cutting deeper than any shout could. He flinched as if struck, his eyes searching her for any trace of the love she once held for him. But all she saw were scars. Miinnie, I was wrong. I was blinded by lies, by jealousy. I know the truth now. Tahi showed me. He proved your innocence. I destroyed everything, and I don't deserve your forgiveness. But I beg you, please come back for me, for our child. His voice cracked, his knees nearly buckling under the weight of his guilt. Her lips trembled, her eyes glistening. but she shook her head. Do you know what it felt like? To be accused, humiliated, cast out like trash, to have my baby ripped from my arms, as if I was unworthy of being their mother. You didn't just break my heart, JK. You broke me. Her voice shook with restrained pain. Every word slicing into him. I know, he whispered, tears spilling down his cheeks. I know. I don't deserve you. But please, give me a chance to make it right. I can't live without you. Miinnie. I thought the baby would be enough, but every day without you is torture. Please don't turn away from me. She looked at him for a long moment, torn between the scars of her past and the pull of the man who once held her heart. Part of her wanted to scream, to push him away forever. But another part, a softer, quieter part, still longed for the family she had dreamed of, still ached for the child she had carried with love. I'm not the same woman you threw away, she finally said, her voice tuned. If I ever come back, it will not be as a naive girl who believed love could fix everything. It will be as someone who has suffered, who has scars you can't erase. If you want me back, you will have to prove that your love is stronger than your anger, stronger than your pride. JK nodded, his heart breaking but also swelling with determination. I will spend the rest of my life proving it. He vowed, his hands trembling as he reached for hers. This time she didn't pull away, though her grip was hesitant, unsure. It took time filled with long conversations, with apologies, whispered over and over, with tears shed, and silence endured. JK brought her back to the mansion, but this time with humility, not authority. He begged her to hold their child again, watching with tears as mother and baby reunited. Minnie's arm trembled as she held her child, sobbing into their soft air, her heart aching with both love and sorrow. Trust did not turn overnight. Minnie struggled with fear each time he raised his voice, flinched when his temper flared. JK, realizing how deep her scars went, softened himself, teaching his hands and words to be gentle. He spent nights at her side, not demanding love, but offering quiet companionship. Slowly, painfully, they began to rebuild. The love they once had would never be the same. It was forever, marked by betrayal, by pain, by regret. But perhaps that was what made it real now. It wasn't a fairy tale. It was love after ruin, fragile but enduring. One evening, as their child slept peacefully between them, "I forgive you," Miinnie whispered, "not because I have forgotten, but because I want our child to know love, not bitterness." Her voice trembled, but her eyes held truth. JK broke down, burying his face in her hands, his tears soaking her skin. "Thank you. Thank you for giving me this chance." And so, their story did not end with perfection, but with resilience. They learned to love differently, slowly, cautiously, but with a depth fog between them. Their scars remained, but together they choose to carry them, building a new future from the ruins of their past. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And for videos like this more, you have to subscribe to my channel and make sure to like the video. So this will give me encouragement. So comment down. That's it for okay. Bye bye. See you soon, everyone. Have a nice day. Okay. Bye bye.